Hey, how you doing? So listen, today I got this story about what is the riskiest places to use your credit or debit card. Want to find out what they are and where they are? Hang in there. We're going to talk about that right now.
Zombie apocalypse.
Hey, how you doing? Good to see you again and welcome back to the show. Thanks for stopping by. As always, I hope everybody is safe, healthy, and in good spirits. And definitely remember, if you're new here, definitely hit that subscribe button, hit that bell icon. This way, you know, next time I come out with a video, and a thumbs up always help. Hope everybody's doing well today. Hope things are in your neck of the woods going good. And today I got a story about something now that has really changed in a lot of people's lives. I mean, years ago, we always had cash. Well, I know I did, and I know a lot of people that did was, you know, you got paid or whatever, you had cash in here and used cash for everything. We went to the credit cards, you know, use credit cards here and there, whatever. But then all of a sudden, nobody wanted to pay anymore in cash. You know, everybody wanted to put direct deposit, direct deposit, direct deposit. So most of everybody now got direct deposit. What that means is you can't take your check and you can't cash it. You know what I'm saying? It's like direct deposits in this. You'd have to go to the bank and withdraw money, whatever. So what's the easiest thing to do? You get a debit card or you use your credit card, whatever the case may be. And that's what happened to me. Also, now everything is debit card. But with that comes the risk of all of these scammers that are out there always looking to get, you know, into your pocket and ways to get your money. So I got a list of places here or thing of places where these scammers are definitely trying to take your money, where you got to be careful, you know, be very careful about it. I mean, like I said, today that's the new way of doing things with a debit card, your credit card. Very little or minimal cash. A lot of stores out there now even say they don't take cash. But here it is. Listen to the story. Let me know what you think. Definitely your comments, you know, help. And I'll definitely get back to you. The riskiest places to swipe your credit card. Credit card fraud has become a constant and pervasive threat. And debit cards aren't immune to being stolen either. The Federal Trade Commission reported 66,090 instances of credit card fraud in 2020. This is why it's so important to know where the risks are so you can better protect yourself from those looking to steal your information. ATM machines, perfect example. We get paid, want to go withdraw some cash, you need some cash for whatever the case may be. ATM machines. Thieves have been scheming debit and credit card information from ATM machines for years. And the innovation of the chip card was partly developed to address this risk. As the credit card industry advances, though, thieves adapt. And Consumer Reports notes that they have now shimmers that can read chip-based cards. So you see, we went from the regular scan like this to scan and swiping to a chip, but the thieves are always there. They always need a way to steal. You put out a chip, we're going to figure it out. So that's the ATM machines. And gas stations. Gas stations are a haven for credit card thieves, as the pumps see a lot of customers and often receive minimal supervision. As a result, thieves have ample opportunity to install skimmers and sometimes tiny cameras that capture PIN numbers. The problem is so bad, the Secret Service has gotten involved. Wow, Secret Service definitely got involved in this too. The agency found almost 200 skimmers at 400 gas stations during the crackdown in 2018. Now, that's way back in 2018 they did this and got involved. Imagine how things are evolving today. Crazy. That's in gas stations. Mobile vendors. While there are many trustworthy while there are many trustworthy mobile vendors who are trying to earn an honest living, there also can be thieves who pose as such vendors. At festivals, fairs, concerts, and other events, attendees sometimes don't know whether a vendor is legit or uses a card skimmer. This can leave your card susceptible. In other words, they can get right into it. You don't know if they're real or not or what they're doing. Dining establishments. While some restaurants now swipe your card in visible location, many still run cards in the back of the house where you can't see it. Should an establishment or individual server be unscrupulous, they could swipe your card through a skimmer and change more than just your meal. So you can do whatever they want with it. You got to be careful with that. And always keep your receipts. That's another thing. When you use your card or whatever, keep your receipts. And then when your bill comes in or you check your statement from the bank, make sure it equals up to your bill. Because I'll tell you a quick little story. I went to a restaurant to eat one time and the bill was whatever it was, $80, $90, whatever it was. And with the tip and stuff, so let's say it came to $100. I don't remember the exact amount. So let's say it came with tip and I came $100. Well, I checked my bank statement. Here's the restaurant withdrew the money. They withdrew $130. Now my receipt said $100 with the tip included, and I signed for it. So right away, I called the bank. I let them know what was happening. I said, hey, listen, this is the story. They asked me the receipt, if I had a receipt and everything like that. I said, yes, I did. They actually got in touch with the bank or whatever, and they refunded the money. So you got to be very careful with that. Always keep your receipts and always check your bank statement and make sure what happened. Same thing with you if you use a credit card. Use your credit card, you use that to buy something, make sure that amount of money was taken out is what you used. So they get no more from you. Chain retailers. Large chain retail stores might seem like safer places to use a credit card because they have more resources to invest in security. The number of people who swipe cards at retailers makes them especially promising targets for thieves, though, and some have managed to get through the security measures in place. Target, and TJX, which TJ Maxx, which operates TJ Maxx and Marshalls, and others have had data breaches involving cards. So these scammers, they know how to get into the computers, they know how to do a data breach, they get your freaking information. It's crazy, crazy, crazy. How about online retailers? An online transaction can leave your credit card information exposed at multiple points. The information can be stolen by malware on your device. A middle person who intercepts a transmission or a data breach of your retailer you buy from. And that's crazy. Isn't this what it's coming to these days? Nobody really goes out to the stores anymore anyway. They sit home, turn on the computer, and they buy stuff and put in their credit card or debit card. So it's almost like we have no choice. We're taking a chance. We got a 50-50 chance every time we buy something online. Are they going to steal our information? Are we going to get robbed, or we just have a good experience? You never know. Anywhere that stores information, the risk of credit card theft doesn't end when you swipe your card. Any business that stores your credit card number could experience a data breach during which a hacker obtains access to your card information. These type of attacks have affected large and small sellers in many different industries. So yeah, that's another thing that I never do. When you go online and somebody says, do you want to keep your login or your credit card available? I always say no. Always one time. If I pay a bill or whatever online, one-time payment. Do not keep my information. How to protect your credit card. With so many potential ways your credit card information can be compromised, you likely can't eliminate the threat of credit card and debit card theft altogether. There are steps you can take to better protect your card information now. Use highly visible ATMs. While an ATM machine might have a skimmer installed, one that aren't and monitored well are more likely to be tampered with. To reduce the risk posed by ATM skimmers, look for machines the same way you try to minimize the potential of a mugging. Go to a high traffic and highly visible machine, and preferably one that is in a secure location, like at a bank. So they're saying, pretty much, keep an eye out where you go to the ATM. Don't go to some corner place that's dark and eerie, because that's a good place for things to be set up at, Check readers at the gas station. When you use a credit card at a gas station, briefly check the pump's reader to see whether it looks like it's been tampered with. If there are any abnormal stickers, if the inspection seal reads void, or if there are loose parts, pay inside. You're less likely to have your card stolen if you run it at the cash register. Keep an eye on it when you're using it. The gas pump, you just slide it in, whatever. Take a look at it. See if it looks like it's messed up. See if it looks clean. See what it looks like. Always be aware now of what's happening. Don't just go stick your card in it and start pumping gas. Look at other nearby readers. If you're at a location where other identical credit card readers are nearby, glance at other readers to see if they look the same as the one you're using. If there's a noticeable difference between the readers on two otherwise identical ATMs or fuel pumps, one could have a skimmer attached. Find somewhere else to use your card. In other words, it's saying just look around, see if everything looks the same, see what's going on, see something abnormal. Better safe than sorry, pretty much. Don't take your chances. Jiggle the reader. And I hope you call what they mean by reader. That's where you stick your card into, a little place you put your card. Just shake it. It says jiggle the reader. Before you swipe your card at any non-monitored location like an ATM or fuel pump, give the reader a slight tug. If anything seems loose, don't use your card there. A thief could have loosened something to install a camera or a skimmer. Vet mobile vendors. To make sure a mobile vendor at least runs a legitimate business, vet them before you hand over your credit card or debit card. Ask them about where they're located, check for pictures of their facility, and look them up online if you'd like. This will at least ensure you're paying a real business and not someone who's just posing as a local, or mobile vendor. Ooh, I don't know what just happened there. Yeah, just make sure they're legit. Don't just give your card to anybody. Carry cash with you. Whether it's a restaurant that takes your credit card and back or a fuel pump that looks suspicious, you'll face potential uncertain situation at times. Keep a little cash on you, and you can use this to pay whenever using a credit card seems too risky. Which makes sense. Leave a little cash in your pocket, just in case you're not too, worried about it. Don't store card information. To minimize the risk that potentially data breaches pose, don't store credit card information on retailer sites. Entering your card number for each purchase is a minor hassle compared to what coping with a stolen card entitles. That's pretty much what I said before. Don't leave your information out there. Do a one-time payment and that's it. Don't tell it to keep money for next time, this and that. Just don't do it. Like I said, it's a little inconvenient. You got to put your numbers and your card in every time, but you know what? It's a lot easier to do that than it has to do somebody steals your information. Use a credit card instead of a debit card. When you do use plastic, use a credit card instead of a debit card whenever possible. Credit cards are protected under the Fair Credit Billing Act, while debit cards are protected by the Electronic Fund Transfer. As the Federal Trade Commission explains, the FCBA limits your potential liability to $50, while the EFT, which is the bank, can leave you responsible for up to $500 of fraudulent charges and occasionally more. So they're saying, oh, God, excuse me, I don't know what the freak came over me just then. So what they're saying is if you use a credit card, if you want to, you feel like you got something stolen, whatever, you might be have to pay $50 instead of losing everything. Where if you use your bank card, your debit card, it's up to $500 they can tell you you're liable for. So if you buy something for $200, they might not get your money back. What do you do if your credit card is skimmed? Even with the best protection, your credit and debit card information could still be stolen. If it ever is, follow these steps to address the problem. Okay, so now we're going to just say, God forbid if it happens to you, let's see what they tell you to do. These are steps you're going to have to take. All right. Step number 1, notify your credit issuer immediately. As soon as you suspect that your credit card, debit card information might have been stolen, notify the bank or other institution that issued your card. According to the Federal Trade Commission, you have no liability if you report the incident before fraudulent charges are made. If you report the potential theft after fraudulent charges are made, the amount you're responsible for depends on how quickly you tell your card issuer. Most issuers have 24/7 numbers you can call, have 24/7 numbers you can call. In other words, 24 hours, 7 days a week. Numbers you can call as soon as you think your card's information has been stolen. Step 2, give your card issuer a written statement. Follow up your initial notification with a written statement that you sent to your card issuer. This will simply document that you did indeed contact the issuer should a question arise about how you handled the incident. To prove you sent the letter, send it via certified mail with a return receipt requested and keep a copy for yourself. Step number 3, receive a new card and set a new PIN. Once you notify your card issuer, they likely immediately shut down your compromised card and send you a new one in the mail. How long this takes depends on the issue and your situation. Wait to receive your new card and set a new and different PIN for it when you get the card. You should make sure that your new PIN is different because thieves sometimes try to recycle data that they've collected in the past. If you use the same PIN, any attempts to use your old number will be unsuccessful. Monitor your account and statements. Thieves sometimes use a card as soon as they obtain this information, but other times they'll wait to use the card. In order to make sure you catch all the foreign charges, carefully and regularly monitor your account statements for unauthorized charges. Of course, you should be doing this already in case thieves stole your card information without you knowing. Something we talked about before. Whenever you use your card, always check your statements. Step number 5, report unauthorized charges. Should you notice unauthorized charges, notify your card issuer immediately. The charges might be from an incident you reported, or they could be from another instance where your credit or debit card was compromised without your knowledge. These will likely be resolved according to your account policy and acceptable federal or state law. So there you have it, man. It's pretty much basic kind of stuff. But sometimes we just don't realize what we're doing. You know, we're making purchases, we're getting gas, we're online, you know, buying things. It's a shame that we have to go through life always worry about somebody trying to take from us what we earned. You know, we work hard for our money, and we don't like people to just come and take it. But there's people out there that don't like to work hard for their money. They just like to take what's not theirs. And they're professionals at it. And some of them are really good at it, and they do what they got to do to get it. So we have to do everything we can to protect ourselves from getting stuff stolen from us. And we just got to be careful where we buy and what we do and how we do it. But like I said before, we got a 50-50 chance. We don't know. I mean, these guys are so professional, guys, girls, whoever they are. They can get the best of us, you know? But we just have to try our best. That's all you can do, is try your best not to get your money or anything else stolen. Don't get compromised by anything, you know. Check those readers, jiggle it, take a look, be cautious. Remember, only use your card that one time for one-time purchase. Don't leave it in the system, you know. If anybody has any stories that something happened to them or they know anything about this situation, you know, let me know. Leave a comment. Like I said, what happened to me that one time was a restaurant. They overcharged me. If I didn't look at my account, I would have never known. And it would have been just, they would have had the money out of my bank account, you know? Definitely leave a comment. Let me know what you think about this. Let me know if you know any good stories about it. Love to hear from you. Remember, if you're new here, definitely hit that subscribe button, hit that bell icon. Thumbs up always helps. I appreciate you doing that. It's awesome. Leave your comment. I'll definitely get back to you. Until next time, take care of yourselves, stay safe, stay healthy, and stay protected. Don't let those bastards get anything from you. Take care. I'll see you around.